Hey cats, it's Ed Bargain Bud here. It's about that time for my world famous running shoe bargains video, this time for September 2024. This is where I try and save you as many Earth credits as I possibly can, picking out some of the best running shoe deals out there on the interweb. Let's get straight into it. Thanks for joining me on the channel, people. It's always appreciated. Do hit that subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up like too. Drop us a comment as well to help fight the YouTube algorithm. Dankeschön. Loads of deals to get through today, so let's get straight into it. Sports shoes have got a 40% off the bizarre and intriguing Puma Fast Forward Nitro Elite in almost all sizes in the Psychedelic Rush colorway. This is a 5 to 10k blaster for those midfoot landers after something with some serious cushion, but perhaps assisting in increasing their turnover to speed up the pace. In all my experience, you can use some of these Puma models for training and racing. There's no real durability concerns there. I think at this price it's a slightly more attractive proposition for people to try out and perhaps introduce into the rotation. This is down from 209 at retail to 126. Sportshoes.com for this one, lots of sizes available right now. Another Puma at Sports Shoes, £52.49 for the Puma Velocity Nitro 2. A plentiful supply of these in various different colorways too. 50% off, that's a magic deal if you're after a good lower stack daily shoe for those middle of the road type of runs, the easiest sessions and the standard training. The Velocity Nitro 2 model is kind of no frills really. You got two layers of foam there. Directly underfoot you have Puma's Nitro foam, and then there's a slightly firmer EVA blend under that to provide some consistency. Of course, all protected by some superbly durable Puma grip rubber. That is the gold standard amongst all shoe fiends. You know what I'm talking about. Nice breathable upper on this model with a few reflective hits ready for the winter. Removable insoles too, so if you want to put your own sort of orthotic in there, you can do that. Nice low weight as well. Always a plus for a daily model. There's so few daily shoes that are like under 300 grams these days, but the Puma Velocity Nitro 2 does come in under that for me. So a darn good deal, loads of colorways and sizes, and remember that was down from 105, so 50% off. Another great deal now on the Takumi Sen 9 this time, £170 down to 119. If you want a lower stack racer with lots of tech crammed into the midsole, then the Takumi Sen is the shoe for you. The midsole has been relatively similar across the versions 8, 9 and the current 10. It's a glove in terms of the upper, really does hug the foot, means you can get some really good grip there and latch the foot down onto that midsole base. I think it could be an absolute banger if you're looking for a shoe for some track work, 5 or 10k racing, and maybe even for the lighter framed runners out there, this could be a half marathon shoe too. I've really enjoyed the Takumi Sen over the years, and it remains as one of the best lightweight race and training models. This one's over at Start Fitness. There's quite a few different colorways, but sizing is now patchy on those. Now, we got one here from Sports Direct. I believe that they're owned by the same group that own House of Fraser and stuff like that. They got the Float Ride Energy 5 in very few sizes, sadly, at a crazy 36 quid here in the UK. That is just absolutely crazy. Makes for a really good, very wild value shoe. The Float Ride foam is easily good enough for daily runs, perhaps ruling out much longer efforts. You've only got about 30mm of heel stack in the sample size, so it's by no means like a max cushion shoe, certainly by today's standards. Though at this price you can't really go wrong for a daily driver. I mean, you could order a couple of pizzas from Domino's or something and it'd probably be more than that. A lower drop in this Reebok shoe and a lower price makes it a steal if you can find your size. Got another Reebok shoe here, this time the Summitros 2.5. This is over at Reebok's own website. This one's got a little bit more cushion underfoot, certainly in the heel, than the Energy 5, and a hint of stability in the form of like a raised midsole wall around the back of the foot, and also you've got a harder rubber element in the heel as well to sort of stabilize things. The Summitros was a good option if you need a little guidance in your stride, but also want the softer cushion from that Float Ride foam. Float Ride foam comes in at about a Shore A28, which is bang on average across all the shoes I've tested, and that's not a bad score at all. 28 is still very, very soft. I like the profile a little better on the Summitros 2.5 over the Energy 5 this time round, and it does mean we've got a slightly better long run capable shoe. Top value at a reduced price of £65 down from the retail of 100. Lots of sizes available on Reebok's own website as of the making of this video. I've got another one here from Start Fitness from PUMA, the PUMA Deviate Nitro 2 WTR. So this is like a water repellent version of the Deviate Nitro 2. This one's 99 earth credits, down from 105. Great grip on the Deviate Nitro 2. Had incredible rubber, just never seemed to wear down. And you got a hefty amount of Puma's top level Nitro Elite foam with a sort of more resilient nitro layer underneath that. Did always find that nitro layer was a little bit softer than some of the other Puma Nitro shoes, and when I tested the different parts of the midsole, it was actually not all that far off the Nitro Elite stuff. You also have a composite carbon plate within this model, so it could make for a really good training option in the sort of wet and wild weather that we might have in the winter. When you get to like November, December here in the UK, weather can be very variable. Get a lot of wind, a lot of debris on the floor as well, and the last thing you want is wet feet as soon as you get out there. So having something that's slightly water repellent is always useful to have in the rotation. Perhaps you've got some routes you go on typically that have some sort of slightly more challenging terrain or some water soaked areas, then this version of the Deviate Nitro 2 could be spot on. Loads of sizes on this model right now on the black and white colorway. The standard version was a really good option. I think this makes it a more viable proposition as we get towards winter, here in the UK at least. Another one from Start Fitness, they got loads at the moment, some of the best deals on the internet in fact, but people just don't seem to be taking this one up, and I just can't understand why. We've still got some pairs of the Prime X in the green colorway, down from 249 earth credits to 159. So pretty much in the UK the last version of the Prime X original that you can pick up anywhere, and it's at a great discount. Obviously a rule breaking midsole here, 50mm of stack in the sample size. You got energy rods, you got the plate in the heel, and a mega durable outsole. Makes for an amazing long run shoe if stability isn't a worry for you. The midsole itself across both pairs I've had still felt superb after a couple of 100 miles, and the rubber on the outsole barely looked like it had any wear whatsoever. Weight of the shoe was always incredible as well. All of that stack and coming in under 300 grams, couldn't quite work it out. Just be careful of course with the Prime X on those corners. 36% off, and you even get some free socks if you get them from Start Fitness. Go get it. Okay, that's all the deals I've found at this point of the month. If I've missed any, please let the runners know down in the comments. Quick musical interlude for you. I've been listening to one of my favourite artists, Elliott Smith, and his fantastic album Figure 8. There's so many good tracks on this one. Absolutely brilliant guitar-based music here. If that's your bag, then you really want to check Figure 8 out. The intro track, Son of Sam, has some beautiful chiming sounds. Sounds like he could be playing like a Rickenbacker. I know he was a Gibson 330 player as well. There's Vox amp sounds all over this record, so if you kind of like that Beatlesy guitar sound, then you're going to really like Elliott Smith. I really love the sort of lolloping sound on Easy Way Out. Some lovely guitar playing touch on that one. The song Colour Bars as well is very mysterious in terms of its twisting, turning melody. I love the organ as well that backs up the choruses on the song Pretty Mary Kay. Can't Make a Sound is a superb track towards the end of the album as well. Just explodes after a very quiet introduction. Just slowly warms up and then the pan catches fire. It definitely feels like one of his most polished albums, I suppose. Definitely check this out. Figure 8 from Elliott Smith. Thanks for tuning in, people. It's always appreciated. Do hit that subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up like too. Helps us spread the video out to more viewers. Hit us with a comment as well to help fight the YouTube algorithm. My name's EDDBUD and I'll be seeing you